She played a woman who does like she's like a QVC or HSN, like HSN's biggest like a woman she invented like 200 HSN patents or something. Thirsty bitch. You ever heard of do you know what a thirst trap is, Mark?
I think I've heard the term.
So you'd be considered a daddy, or what I call a gaddy thirst trap.
What is a thirst trap exactly?
It's a man who's so attractive, he makes you so thirsty that you're trapped in a thirst trap. You're like,
Is that a gay thing, or is it?
No. It's like women mainly. Women say it.
Yeah, there are guys that are like that.
Thirst trap. Yeah. It's like Man Crush Monday, or what's it called? The one with the penises. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the phallic world. La, 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 la,
So where have you been?
I was at the mental hospital. I tried to kill myself.
Again?
Because of the rape, which you never asked me about the other day.
No, I asked you about, but you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you, you're right. Well, I was feeling very out of place, and I felt like no one cared. So I tried to take my life, and
Rebecca,
thank God.
listen.
No, it's fine. Someone came to help me, and I got the help that I needed. I went to a place. I was there for 2 weeks. They just let me out today.
That's great.
Yeah. They chauffeured me literally to Skid
So
Row.
something did happen to you on the street. So many people in the comments said that.
Oh, yeah. I was raped, yeah. The only person who knows is Jimmy, because I saw Jimmy like the day after, and Jimmy took me up to his place, and he let me just lay there. And
Jimmy's the best.
Jimmy's the best. Literally, he was just so quiet. He didn't say anything.
Jimmy's just the best.
Just let me lay there.
He's just the best.
And like, you know how my ear always hurts, so he just gave me something and it helped. He gave me like a stick so I could like fish out what was in there or whatever. And just let me listen to music, watch some fashion shows. And then at 9 a.m. was like, Rebecca, it's time for you to go. When I got out, I looked around me and I felt so out of place. You know what I mean? I felt like I was just surrounded, not by monsters, but like, it was like seeing the face of the man who did that to me everywhere. You know what I mean? Anytime I saw a bum just lying there, I was like, that's the guy who raped me. No, that's the guy who raped me. No, that's the guy who raped me. I know it wasn't, but you know what I mean?
Was it on Skid Row?
It was off of Skid Row. It was right where Angels Fashions is. There's a store called Angels Fashions. It was at night. It was right in public, actually. Do you know where the Red Line is, the bar? It's 2 blocks from there. Like, you go all the way. It's like, do you know where Mob Tobacco is?
I do not.
Okay, well, where the Metro PCS store is?
What
There's
street?
like a pizza place and a Metro PCS.
You don't go by
right across the street from it. Anyway.
You don't go by streets, you go by stores.
I go by locations.
You don't drive.
I go by.
Well, you seem so much better.
Thank you. I feel so much better. It was all girls. They let me stay with the girls, finally.
Do they know who you are?
They knew who I was. Everyone there. Oh, shout out to the OT Children's House, Avalon. Shout out to OT. Shout out to the OT group. That's occupational therapy. Mostly coloring books and word searches. But thank you for the coloring pages and the word searches. Thank you for my copy of Elle, my copy of Harper's Bazaar, and my copy of Cosmopolitan, which Tiffany Haddish was on the cover. And the Harper's Bazaar didn't have a cover. And who was on the cover of Elle? Nicole Kidman. And literally it said, this is Nicole Kidman's superpower. Now, when I think of Nicole Kidman, I read a story Alex Jones once said, there was a rumor that went that her father used to do like hunting, like stag parties, where he'd hunt her in the forest and she'd have to run for her life or whatever. She pawned that into her career, apparently, allegedly. It was like a Michael Jackson situation, but with hunting. And honestly, I love the story. And I see it in her face, you know what I mean? Because there's something about how Botox she is that implies a trauma. Like she's trying to hide something, like she's afraid she's gonna crack or something. Her vanity is insatiable because she fucked her face up so impeccably. But it's like she takes herself more and more seriously. It's like she's the composite method actress. Like she's who Jennifer Aniston should be. You know what I mean? But people forget she's Australian, she's not even Egyptian. Technically, American. Technically she's French as far as I'm concerned, but you know. She's the perfect French woman, the perfect Parisian, except for Keith Urban.
I love this, Rebecca.
I feel like you're Keith Urban and I'm Nicole Kidman.
Pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah, pretty much. And who's Tom Cruise? Olivier is Tom Cruise.
Olivier is Tom Cruise? I don't know, maybe.
And Kitty is Kitty. See, she's just Kitty to me. But they're such a perfect couple. I love them so much.
Noelle
and Olivier.
My studio manager and her husband. Olivier, who does editing. And you seem so fantastic.
I feel so much better.
Is this because the drugs are not so...
No, honestly, I'm high right now.
You are?
Of course. But not the point. The point is that it was all women. And they were all, by the way, all crystal meth addicts. There was crystal meth in there. So I was high the entire time I was there. Well, not the entire time. We ran out at one point, and then we kind of panicked, and we were like, oh my God, what the fuck are we going to do? And then we were like, so we were all like kind of like passing notes or whatever during these little OT. They had us like coloring pages or whatever. So we'd like, if it was red, then the guy was going to come through. And if it was purple, then it was the girl that was going to come through. And then if it was blue, then we were fucked. And at first it was all blue streaks.
Hey, it was your birthday recently.
It was my birthday recently. I turned 27 at Cadron Health.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Rebecca.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday, Rebecca. Happy birthday, Rebecca. You guys don't know this, but Mark has 2 cameras, by the way, set up. One for Mary Kate and one for Ashley, obviously. But
that's why I do this.
Yeah, that's why. So he has one that's set up right in front of him, and then one that's kind of to the right. That's like the angle that gets the kind of...
Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
How's it been going since you've been doing therapy for the last couple of months?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, I've done therapy my whole life. I mean, since my 20s, I think I've done therapy on and off throughout. A lot of people look at therapy as like, oh, there's something wrong with you if you're doing therapy. The way I look at it is there's something really healthy and right about you if you're speaking to a therapist, because you're able to, like, we all go through things in our lives that just make things difficult. And if you have someone, especially a professional, to talk about it, it just makes your life better. It just calms things down. Your anxiety, your depression, your anger, they all seem to subside, and that's a really healthy thing. And with BetterHelp, what's great about it is no matter where you are, you can be in Alaska, you can be in the middle of Kentucky, you can be anywhere, and you can connect with a therapist, a professional who's really going to help you out. And we all need it. And sometimes if you're not in New York or LA or San Francisco or Chicago, you're stuck without those options. But now everyone has that at their disposal. And you can do this all from your phone or computer, just a phone call, a video chat, or messaging, however you feel most comfortable. It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist. You'll be matched with a therapist usually within 48 hours, and you can get started right away. So let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/soft white underbelly or choose soft white underbelly when you sign up and get a special discount on your first month. And now back to the video.
It looks like, I don't know if you've seen the show 30 Rock, but during the opening credits for 30 Rock, one of the guys has like, he does this with his hand or whatever. His name is Judah Friedlander, and he always wears funny caps. And I miss funny hats. Remember, Mark, I'm a witch. The most powerful witch in the land. The fairest of them all. The mother. The maiden. The crone. MCM. Handbags. Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford is now the face of MCM. From Pepsi to MCM.
Really?
Yeah. You might not know this, but Beyonce wore an MCM bodysuit in her video for Ape Shit, which she shot at the Louvre for some reason. And Versace like draped all over her. I still say Versace, not Versace. By the way, do you know why Donatella says Versace? Inside joke, real quick. So, you know how Gianni died? So, in French, when something is in the past, you go, it's an E with a line on it, on top, and it's A. So, Versace became Versace, as in dead Versace.
He was murdered in Miami, right?
Yeah, he was murdered by Andrew Cunanan.
Yeah.
His weird, jealous kind of lover.
Crazy.
He wasn't even his butler. It was like I think he was like cheating on the boyfriend with, or there was something weird where it was like, because I know Jenny was paying for the boyfriend, and like he was like a paid lover or whatever. So I think he slept with Cunanan once, or the boyfriend. The boyfriend slept with Cunanan. Yeah, and then he got jealous or something because he was in love. People don't know this, by the way. This is a true story. I lived in Miami for like maybe 4 or 5 months. Remember I told you I met the Saudi princess there? Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's not what's important. What's important is I met a lot of people, and I went outside the Versace mansion. I became friends with all the like staff there. Like they'd always recognize me on the street. And this was before I was Rebecca. I was Carmen. So in Miami, the name Carmen's a Carmen. You know what I mean? So it'd be Carmen,
the old
Carmen.
Rebecca.
Yeah, and I'd be like, one day, me, Donatella. If I would fuck a woman, I would fuck Donatella Versace. That's about it.
There you go.
That's the only one. That's my pass. It's my whole pass right there. Donatella Versace. Don't ask me why. It's just the way that it is.
I'm so sorry you went through what you went through.
It's not the first time. It was just disgusting because the guy was like in a wheelchair, so I couldn't even push him off me, Mark. I couldn't push him off, and he was like paralyzed.
How can a guy in a wheelchair do that?
He literally, like, he was parked next to me, right? And I was sleeping, and I kind of like, I was like, I got up and I saw a wheelchair, and I was like, whatever. So I went back to sleep. Next thing I know, there's like someone like tapping on my leg, asking me for a lighter. And I'm like, I don't have a lighter. I had nothing. I'd just been robbed. Long story. But, you know, the usual. And I'm like, I don't have a lighter, sir. Please, I'm sleeping. Just go away. I was like, get the fuck away from me. And he's like, excuse me? And I'm like, what? And I can't remember if he was black or Latino because he was like somewhere on the cusp where it was like, but he didn't speak English. He's like, what do you say to me? Or something like that. And I'm like, oh God, it begins. So I'm like, sir, please, God bless you. I'm just sleeping. Please leave me alone. I apologize, sir. Which was the biggest mistake I made, was showing weakness or showing like empathy. Because all of a sudden he's like, oh really? You think God, huh? God will not save you from me. And that was his last line before he fucking took his dick out, fell on top of me, and started molesting me in public. He tries to stick his dick at me. He can't even get hard, right? And literally, so he's just jerking off, and then he comes on my leg, and then fucking runs off, and it just made me feel so disgusting. It just made me feel like there were people passing by who were looking, and they thought we were having sex or something. It was disgusting. You know what I mean? That was the awful part, was people just, and me being like, I think I yelled help at one point, help, get this guy off me, help, get this motherfucker off me or something, and they were just laughing. And then the next day when I went and saw Cat Daddy, these people, they're provincial, I understand, but he was like, when I said I got raped, he's like, by how many people or whatever, and but how many men? And I think he thought like I was like, you know what I mean, like it was like I was asking for it, like I wanted to. It was like me, like, you know.
Who said that to you?
Cat Daddy, which, you know,
right.
Not his finest moment, but
streets are rough.
The streets are rough, and thank you to Cat Daddy for the first thing he did when he saw me was call you. So, you know,
Cat Daddy's very helpful.
It is very helpful, and there's that, and he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's taking care of me. He's made sure that people don't hurt me. And honestly, shout out to everyone on that block, because I know that y'all don't really like me. And you guys don't really like Mark either. But we do love you guys, and we mean the best for you. And we're kind of like mom and dad at this point, where it's like we can go in and take care of these, like, and they're like the Lost Boys, but like
who doesn't like me?
I feel like the people there, they like you for your money, but they don't appreciate. They're not like, it's not like our relationship, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends. Some people get more money from me than others, and I'm sure the ones that don't.
Last time you gave T $100 and you gave me $60, and I didn't say anything about it because I don't.
Well,
care.
You were out of your fucking.
I was out of my fucking mind because, well, obviously.
I didn't want to give you more money and have you just.
And have me just
yourself.
down spiral into nothing. Exactly. You end up getting robbed of the money that day, so you know.
Are you getting tired of this life?
I'm definitely getting tired of this life.
Because there's a whole world out there for you that
and
you're missing
I'm ready,
out on.
and I'm fully ready.
Yeah, but you've told me this before.
I know, but I don't know how to fully get it across to you that I keep trying to take that first step. I just need. It's like I need someone to pull me in, or I need someone to just like, hey, Rebecca, here is one task. Like literally, Rebecca, go to the store and buy me a carton of milk and come back. You know what I mean?
I mean,
something. But do you see what I mean? Like something like that, like a task to show that I'm trying to integrate myself into life.
No, but a friend of mine just had, I told you about this, had TMS treatment for a week. And it's like she's a brand new person.
I've just had 2 weeks of very, very intense group therapy. And I had some one-on-one sessions as well. And so I'm more than willing to try that out,
and
honestly.
she's like transformed. You can hear it in her voice.
I think I'm ready.
Totally different person. Like
that's all I want is to transform.
The anxiety, the depression, all that stuff.
I feel like a moth, you know what I mean? I literally feel like a moth or a frog waiting to be kissed, or like a moth waiting to become a butterfly.
Yeah, you are.
Or, you know, or like a diamond in the rough.
But you need to cooperate a little bit.
I'm ready to cooperate.
No, but you've told me this before.
I know. But
it's all about action, not words.
I just came back from the hospital, so literally that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you're always at your best when you come out of a hospital.
Yeah, I know. But this is the first time I've come out of a hospital high, which is impossible. So I'm at peak.
But a week from now, you're going to be a different Rebecca, and
I think this time you'll be surprised, because I have a therapist on call now and shit. So I'm willing to go for your little therapy jaunt. I'm willing to have my brain
I'll put you on the phone with Owen again.
Let's call Owen.
Okay.
You know, Owen was my camp counselor in Spain. When I went to camp in Spain, literally his name was Owen.
Different Owen.
Yeah. And I want to tell you the story because it's hilarious. One of the kids who was with me on the Egyptian delegate or whatever would send him photos of his shit as like a fetish. We were like 12 or something. It was really weird. I remember because I caught him taking photos of his shit in like one of those, in like a Tupperware box. And I'm like, where did you get the Tupperware box? We're in the middle of the Spanish mountains, you know what I mean? In a place called Amposta. Great wine. Great men. Long story. You ever see the movie Nymphomaniac?
No.
I'm like, if Nymphomaniac and Sunset Boulevard had a baby, and that baby was eyes wide shut, but like with a smile on its face. But I'm married. Back to Nicole Kidman, who Could I be Nicole Kidman? I mean,
Sure.
I'm too sure. I mean, you never know in this world what is possible when you're a girl. Duh.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. From the bush and the wallaby to the swans and the eternity.
I just want you to be careful. This is 27 for you.
I want the best. Oh yeah, 27 definitely. No white lighters so far, so I'm safe. No, it was. So thank God. Honestly, I feel like it was the universe protecting me on that day, because if I had seen a white lighter that day in any way, I would have been fucked.
A white what?
A white lighter. I'm in LA, dude. You don't know the story?
I don't.
If you see the white lighter and you turn 27 and you're an icon or you're known in any way, you end up on that side of it. So in the system, or like, I don't know how to explain it, dude.
You didn't encounter.
You know Kurt and Janis Joplin,
sure.
Amy Winehouse.
Yes, all these people.
So they're performing for the devil, but they're doing it on the other side. It's like behind. You ever seen Twin Peaks?
Yes, I've seen.
You know when they're in the room, and it's Laura Palmer and Agent Cooper in the room or whatever, in the red room. Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Where I'd rather be in the pink room with Persephone, right at the end of Fire Walk with Me. You know what I mean? Where, well. I guess I want to be Persephone and she wants to be Laura Palmer, but I'm kind of Laura Palmer, but so far I'm Audrey Horne. I really am Audrey Horne incarnate. But I'm also Josie because of the, I love how Josie makes his face like, wait, let me.
What are you wearing on your head?
Fishnet. Do you want to take it off?
You look better without it.
Done. Want me to take it off?
Yeah, well, I like you. I like you like this.
I know you like it like this.
Look at that. Look how handsome you are.
A little handsomer. Like a man, huh?
I love your hair.
Love your hair. I like Rosemary DeWitt. Its eyes. What have you done with its eyes? Bleach them, obviously. That's my theory, is that they're bleached. It's like whenever I'm on Hollywood Boulevard, there's like a fucking, there's these electronic billboards, and I think they're in beta mode or something, or they're testing them, because they ask the same 3 questions. What was in Marcellus Wallace's briefcase? Was Inception, do you believe that the end of Inception, it's like an infinity or whatever? And I can't remember the third one. Oh yeah, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? The answer is yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. At the end of Inception, he's obviously trapped in a lie because of the spinning wheel. And I think in the briefcase, he had either a gun or a mackerel with cheese, or the guy's head, or some guy's head. I don't know. I don't know what was in the briefcase. Do you know what was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
I don't.
No one knows, exactly.
Do you realize how out of control your behavior gets sometimes?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
It's like Courtney Love and Madonna.
Well, the last time you were here.
I was.
Yeah, so from one of these little shopping sprees that I took you on.
I'm so sorry. I have so much to
but let me finish.
for.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
You had like 4 or 5 bags full of like.
I didn't put on a single thing. I know.
You were here, and I said, just take what you need, and it'll be here. It's like it'll be your little closet for next time.
I know.
And you said, no, let me take it all. I'm like, you're shoeless, basically.
Because I wanted, because I feel
and
like
you lost it all that night.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I wanted to have it all with me because I have nothing, and it made me feel so secure for a second. I should have left it all here. I should have just stayed here with you. If I just stayed here with you, none of this would have happened. But we wouldn't have had Rebecca 3.0. We wouldn't have had New and Improved. I'm a victim, Rebecca.
This is Rebecca.
And victim Rebecca is the best Rebecca.
This is Rebecca 3.0.
This is Rebecca. This is milk me. This is milk Rebecca. This is Rebecca on the cusp of a renaissance. Meaning this is the ultimate rock bottom, if you will. The ultimate rock bottom. The ultra.
I don't know. You're in such a good mood. I don't believe it's right.
I'm in too good a mood, exactly. Sorry. Well, because there was all these girls, you know what I mean? And 2 of the girls had also been raped.
Leave it off.
Take it off, fine.
It's so much better looking without that shit.
Tired of looking at that bad shit. Do you want me to show you what's in my bag today?
Show me what's in your bag.
Okay, so this is Rebecca's in the bag.
These are all your possessions in life?
These are all my possessions in life. Dress.
You got these after you left the hospital, or you had them before?
I just collected these today. Off the side of the road.
Really?
Yes.
You're so resourceful.
Done.
You're going to turn it into art somehow.
Well, actually, what I was thinking of, honestly, was In the Name of Hell's Kitchen and Kamala Harris and all that. My heart on a platter. And then I have, okay. So, bear with me here. In the name of Paris to LA, the ultimate slap in the face. And my 2 cards are the Jack of Diamonds and the 10 of Diamonds. So, if that was all the gold, where are all the diamonds, is my question. Because diamonds and gold can grow in the same... So there are diamonds here, Mark. There's petroleum here, and there are diamonds here. Why aren't they drilling? Why aren't they drilling? I mean, if you put oil on you, I mean, it's like you put oil in your hair, right? Argan oil? Moroccan oil, have you ever heard of it?
Sure.
All the celebrities wear Moroccan oil. Moroccan oil is oil. It's argan oil from Morocco, where they tan leather. And where do they wear a lot of leather jackets, Mark? LA, Mark, Hollywood. Where they also do blow, Mark. Blow me one last kiss. Blow by blow. Isabella Blow. You ever heard of her? Who is Isabella Blow?
I don't know.
Fashion editor. She died. She killed herself. And then Alexander McQueen killed himself. Mainly because she had a really ugly husband.
Alexander McQueen, I know.
Alexander McQueen, rest his soul. It was really sad. I think it was Kate who was the saddest, honestly. It was really bad for Kate. Which was weird because I think she felt like she let him down. Like she wasn't there for him. Like kind of how you would have been expected to feel for me had anything bad happened to me. But I don't want anyone to ever question that you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. And all the people at the hospital, that's all they would say. Sorry, there were British people there. There was a British guy, his name was Terrence, and a half British girl, her name was Amy. She was incredible. She was blonde. She was everything I wanted to be. Blonde, tits. She used to wear these pink like slip dresses. She was like Hollywood trash, but like her mom was English. So she looked like Courtney Love, but her mom was British. So she seemed like, but anyway. So dear Kamala Harris, here is my suggestion to you. Ditch the bitch and get Becky to be your Pettigrew, your Merriweather.
Your running mate?
Your running mate, your best friend. Rebecca Olson, 4VP. Cosmetics. Ink. So yeah. That's all I can share. That's all. So this is all I have. This is me. You know. Sadly, it looks more like the French flag, and then you remember, of course, the curse of Cleopatra, which is Cinderella. So Cinder-ella, as in cinders, like ashes, like Ashley. Ella. Cinderella. And I was raised on Cinderella Street, FYI. You know the story of Cinderella is the story of Cleopatra, right?
I don't know that.
So Cinderella is originally an ancient Egyptian fairy tale, and it tells the story of Cleopatra behind the looking glass. It's a terrifying tale. You know the glass slipper? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because literally they would abuse her feet. Eyeliner, Mark, is made of tar. Remember we've discussed tar before?
Yeah.
Eyeliner was originally made of tar, and it was mascara that opened her eye. Do you know what Cleopatra means? Eye trap. Cleo is eye, and patra is where trap. It's trap in reverse, patra. And atra in Arabic means drop. Because it's like you know, what's her name? The Wicked Witch of the Wicked Witch of the East and the Wicked Witch of the West. So the Wicked Witch of the West would be like her mother, her real mother. And then the muse or her society, I suppose, is Dorothy. No. Dorothy is like womanhood and society is the shoes. And then Cleopatra, or you have 3 sisters, the 3 witches. The Wicked Witch of the East, and then Glinda the Good Witch, and then there's a 3rd witch who's like Rachel Weisz in Oz the Great and Powerful with James Franco, which, by the way, Rachel Weisz is still with Daniel Craig. They're still together. So I take your not Alexander Hamilton, what's his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and raise you a Daniel Craig. I don't find him attractive either, but he's somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? I can agree with him. He's tasteful. You know, like they say, tasteful nudes. Yeah, Daniel Craig is tasteful nudes. When I was a kid, all I wanted to do, my biggest, like my Hollywood dream or my Hollywood fantasy, my Cinderella story was to go to prom with Alexander Ludwig, who's like one of those like teeny bop stars or whatever, like teen heartthrob of the early 2000s. That's all I wanted was to go to prom with Alexander Ludwig. I never got to go to prom. We don't have homecoming, and I never graduated.
Did you graduate high school?
No.
You never did?
I didn't even finish the 10th grade. I got kicked out of school for dealing drugs.
In Egypt?
No, boarding school. Remember I told you I went to boarding school in England?
In England.
No, I got kicked out of school in Egypt for being suicidal / being gay / being what we now know as trans, for being this basically. They caught me in a dress in the bathroom blowing a guy, and I got kicked out after it came to light that I was anyway.
If you're committing suicide, how do you propose to do that, or how there it is. How did you try to do that?
Well, pills, but this time, I just downed a bottle of like, I can't remember what, it was like something I found like cleaning liquid or something. And someone saw me take one sip and immediately like came to me and was like, Rebecca, what are you doing? And I was like, huh?
Who did this?
I don't know, some stranger.
Where?
I still don't know who it is. It was a girl and she had a guy with her. And this was at night. And it was by, near where I was, near the reserve. It's like some
good Samaritan out there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I still don't know who it is, but whoever it is, I love you and thank you.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even get her name. You know what I mean? Because she immediately called 911 and had me 5150'd.
You saved a life.
Yeah, saved a life. And I'm so grateful to her. Whoever they are, they were just like, it was like my mom and dad, or like my spiritual mom and dad kind of. It felt like the universe sending me my guardian angel.
That tells me that you're going to make it through 28.
By the grace of my whims.
Because I know so many people who have narrowly escaped death, and they're still aging nice and.
I know, exactly. So I plan to age gracefully, as
and
they
the people
say.
who just tragically
I plan to
die.
age into it beautifully. I don't think I'm gonna die tragically, because honestly, it's like it's gone beyond. That story of a tragic death doesn't suit my timeline. It's like the Black Dahlia, you know what I mean, or James Dean. They all had, there was something there, you know. Like it was very obvious that they were about to die. With me, I think it's more like, oh, hey, Rebecca. But literally, they all knew me. Everyone in the hospital knew me. I was like, they were like, Rebecca, you're a celebrity. You know you're a celebrity, right?
You're becoming famous.
I'm becoming very famous. No, literally, they're like, Rebecca, you're a celebrity. I'm like, oh. Like, yeah. They're like, I would ask you for your autograph, but I'd rather not. And they all wish
I'm telling you, Rebecca, listen, you could have the world by the balls right now.
I know.
But there's one thing that keeps fucking you up.
And what is that?
It's the drug use.
I don't think it's the drug use. But bear with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Agree to disagree?
Sure.
Pills to put you to sleep? Pills to keep you up? I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Real shit. Drew Barrymore. Little girl lost. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that have been
No, but sometimes you're out of your friggin' mind.
Fucking mind, I know. Of course I know. But I'm aware.
You don't understand moderation.
No, what happened, it's like what happened with Cosmo that day. Remember when Cosmo came and I was just so panicked and I said nothing?
Yep.
That's like, when I say the boy in me versus the girl in me, like when I'm stone cold sober, which is why I said no Cody. Why no Cody? Because Cody is selling me crack, or he's selling me bleach or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I like remember, and Cosmo kept talking about crack. So I think what happened is he sold me crack. Remember I told you he had me smoking blue stuff, which is like dishwasher soap or whatever? Anyway.
Fuck, I don't know.
Crack is disgusting.
I don't take aspirin.
Crack, baby aspirin. Well, at least baby aspirin.
No, I'm just saying I don't even take aspirin, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Neither do I, Mark. I hate the taste of aspirin. What are we going to do about Rebecca? The answer is capturing the purity and healing powers of nature in all its glory. Return for refund where applicable by law. 100% recyclable. At the very least, I have never ever recycled not a can, not a bottle, not a metal sheet.
You've recycled enough clothes.
Not a pallet. I have recycled enough, let's say, bleach, Clorox, and white powder to take us from here to China. Sweet Regina went to China. Sweet Regina went to China. Chanel, before they came here in 2013-14, did a show that was all based on globalism. But the show was all black. Like it was like the globe was black, and it was just stars where like lights where all the Chanel stores were. And the soundtrack is literally like a paranoid, like CIA type. And literally the first track goes, "Where is Ronnie Douglas? He was killed by the CIA." I'll play it for you when we're done. That's literally the soundtrack to the Chanel show. And it was all black. Rest in peace, Karl Lagerfeld. He really knew what he was doing. Virginie Viard, his, what do they call, next of kin or whatever? She was his right hand. Knows how to fuck a house up. She knew, like, it's like French humor. When you got French humor, it's like, I see what she's doing. I know a saboteur. I know what do you call it? A Rasputin when I see one.
How many years did you spend in Paris?
Oh, no, I barely spent time in Paris. 2 weeks the first time.
Oh, jeez.
A week the second time. Days here and there. When I was in England, I tried to run away to Paris.
Where did you learn to speak French so well?
Watching French film growing up.
Man, you're amazing.
Watching French movies. I'm definitely not, but thank you. My French is tragic. Anytime I meet French people, I'll start speaking in French.
Olivier's from France. He says you speak great French.
My accent is good. Like, I have the diction of it. It's like putting on airs. It's like Dynasty versus being rich. You know what I mean? I'm no Lily Rose Depp, and you're no Johnny Depp.
Nope.
You're Amber Heard, and I'm the shit on the bed. You know she shit on the bed, right?
I don't.
She shit on his bed.
I know. I heard something like that. I try not to pay attention to that shit.
Mark. Wait, The Room. Have you seen The Room?
I've not seen The Room.
Mark.
Where do you watch all these movies?
The Room, Mark, with Tony Wiseau. Mark.
Where do you get...
I didn't hate her. Remember, Mark? Mark. I didn't hate her, Mark. Tony Wiseau. The Room.
Where do you get to watch all these movies?
I know, this was when I was a teenager.
Yeah, but you have a memory like a...
Like a what? I've barely seen it, honestly. I've only seen... I know it from memes. I know it from, like... I don't know if you know what 9gag is. But 9gag...
But you haven't really had access to a phone since the last time I've seen you, right?
Yes, I haven't had access to a phone, period.
I have a phone here for you.
Thank you, Mark. And I have something here
but
for you.
But I'm not going to give you a phone like every time I see you.
I know. No, you will not. No, you will not. That is a
gourd.
promise. Let's say this is the last phone. Until I show...
Progress?
Until I show progress, yeah.
That'd be great.
Let's say this is the last one. No, really, because I want to go to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. It's in September, and Dua Lipa is coming. And I really want to see Dua Lipa, because she's Persephone to me. She's like a Persephone or a pop star. So me and Persephone, it's kind of a humor, let's say. Me and Persephone have a humor. And I have this thing called a Persephone Dark Altar, a public display of affection, a PDA. That's what I need, honestly, is a PDA. I need an assistant, an agent, and a fucking... a pusher or a broker and a real estate agent and a handler and another handler.
You need a handler for sure.
I need all the handlers. An MK Ultra handler, that is. I need someone to get into my brain and just make me do the thing, pull the strings, you know what I mean? Just pull the strings. I'd be very happy to have strings pulled. You mean I got to sit there and fucking, act and dance and sing and worship the devil, not even Satan, be the goat, be the Baphomet? I told you when I met Kate Moss, I was wearing a goat, right? A Killstar Baphomet t-shirt. And she was like, I like your outfit. You should put it on Instagram. She was basically calling my outfit fetch, Mark. She did it with Charlotte Tilbury, who's a makeup artist. It's like Venus and the Pig. You ever heard of that? You know about Venus and the Pig?
No.
So in the industry, there's this thing where they have a Venus, then they have a pig with her. You know what I mean? So the pig is supposed to be the alternate of Venus. So it's like I'm doing with this mirror here. You know what I mean? Like Yemaja Oshun for black people, but for white people, it's like how Taylor Swift put...
So much of what you tell me goes over my head.
Well, of course, because you are what we call in the industry a simp. But that's okay. The Simpsons.
I'm square.
Beer tastes like piss. Beer is fermented grain. Beer is urine.
What's that got to do with anything?
Do you drink beer?
I don't.
I don't either.
Maybe in a sushi restaurant.
In a sushi restaurant, I'll drink a sake. Maybe I'll have a shot of sake. That's about it. Or maybe like, I don't know, sushi goes well with wine. Does sushi pair well with wine? Kind of. Maybe white wine. Beer. I feel like the bitterness of white wine pairs well with ginger. I don't like wasabi. I hate wasabi. And I hate when they put wasabi under a roll. That is considered very, 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 very trash. That's a very trashy move. I think it's a garbage move, which I would know all too well. But literally, like the sushi restaurants downtown, I've eaten so much sushi just walking up and down that block. You know that block of restaurants at Little Tokyo?
Yeah. I've
eaten so much, like it's like gas station sushi, Mark.
But how do you, you can pay for it?
No, people recognize me and they give me food.
Oh, they do?
The most one is Rakan Ramen because it's right on the corner. Because there's a guy there, he runs a candy store and he hates me. And anytime I'm there, he once chased me around with a bamboo pole for an hour.
Japanese
He ran
guy?
into Skid Row. Yeah, he knows Fugetsudo, the candy store? You know the one candy store in Little Tokyo?
I don't.
Have you ever been to Little Tokyo?
Yeah, but I don't go to candy stores.
But you were on Skid Row for how long? You've never... It's one strip of restaurants. Literally, that's all Little Tokyo is.
I know what you're talking about.
The Mocha and the Japanese American National Museum, and then one strip of restaurants. And then there's City Hall.
I know it very
Karen
well.
Bass. My nemesis, if you will. She hasn't met with me yet, Mark. She met with all the citizens of Skid Row, but not Rebecca.
What do you think of what they're doing in Skid Row?
I don't...
Trying to get everyone housing.
I think they're just trying to hide people. It's like...
That's what it feels like.
It reminds me of how Trump was was trying to how he moved all those people or kicked all those people out and sent them to other places or whatever. Or I think he had them killed, remember, in the 80s.
So you're living your peaceful little life in
I
wherever,
think the whole thing could
Culver
be
City,
bombed.
North Hollywood, and all of a sudden you've got a fentanyl addict living next door to you now.
I hate that. It's disgusting. And fentanyl is poison. It's literally rat poison. Do you know that, Mark? The active
all I do know is that fentanyl addicts will do whatever the fuck they will to get what they need.
All they do is like...
And if they have to break into your car, they're going to do it.
Electrical wiring. I met with some people from AT&T. I met, some fans of mine who were AT&T. One of them was an AT&T contractor, and the rest of them were like his crew or whatever. He was like, "Are you Rebecca?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we had a good, honest conversation, like 15 minutes. It felt really political. Like I felt like I was a politician or something, meeting workers, because they were literally like, "Rebecca, can you help us? All these people on Skid Row, they're stealing the wiring from within Skid Row and selling it to the recycling centers for," and I'm like, "What do they use the money for?" And I'm like, "Crack and fentanyl." And they're like, "It's not meth." And I'm like, "No, it's not meth. The problem with Skid Row isn't methamphetamine. Methamphetamine is an amphetamine. It's the active ingredient." First of all, nuclear warfare.
It's all of the drugs.
Nuclear warfare and car engines require amphetamines to be powered, Mark. Amphetamines are like Molly.
Are you defending crystal meth right now?
Oh, of course I am, but that's not the point. Crystal meth, mind control. CMMC.
No, but like what LA County is doing is they're sprinkling drug addicts all over the county.
No, what's happening is all these tents are showing up. All these people are showing up with tents, and they're frustrated. Why? Because basically EBT was the first step in normalizing a certain type of person. So going to these hospitals that I've been to, right, I meet a lot of these homeless schizophrenics. And you have to understand that that's who's living next to you. It's not a fentanyl addict. It's literally a homeless who the fuck lives on the street? I am an immigrant. I'm an illegal alien, Mark. I'm literally a Mexican standing outside a motherfucking Home Depot, and you're the Home Depot. You know what I mean? Literally. Or Hollywood is the Home Depot. But literally, and they're all like weird, like they're all like people from South Central who were kicked out of South Central because people don't like them. Like Skid Row, there's no one from there anymore. Like when I meet Sassy and Carlotta and all that, the reason they don't like me is because they think I'm one of these dirty homeless bum people. Because the people who are from Skid Row or originally living there don't associate with the homeless population or don't really communicate with them. Like when you go to the Midnight Mission and you see those people just laying there outside, they all look dead, dude. And some of those black guys are so violent, it's insane. I can't even go there to get I once went there to get some water. I was dying. I was like really dehydrated, and it was during that period of just after what happened.
You should just memorize my phone number.
I really should, yeah. I really should. I don't know why.
After all these years.
And I'm really good. I have a photographic memory. I'm surprised I never memorized your phone number. I'm such an awful human being. See, I feel like I'm abusing you at this point, not the other way around. But everyone loves you, Mark, and everyone loves what you're doing for me, and they all are rooting for me. They're all like, "Rebecca, you're famous. Rebecca, you're a celebrity. Get Mark to take you to Hollywood." And I'm like, "Mark doesn't know people in Hollywood." And I'm like,
really
he's just some dude who worked
in
in advertising. He's like, "Okay, well then you should do ads. You could do ads, Rebecca." And I'm like, "Yeah, but he doesn't shoot ads anymore. That's not his life. He's just a laid back."
Advertising is a different career now.
Advertising.
But I do know without a doubt in my mind that you could, on social media, you could be a star.
I think so too. I'm just on social media. Two things lacking in my life: social and media. I have no social interaction.
See, this Rebecca,
and no media interaction.
This Rebecca, if you could somehow hold
sustain.
On. Yeah, if you could
sustain.
sustain.
This is the real me, Mark. This is me unfiltered. This is me as a human. But
everybody loves you like this.
I think I love it. You love this.
Yeah. You put on some weight. You put on weight.
I have gained weight. I know, it's disgusting. I really want to lose 5 pounds. Mean Girls, 2004. I need to lose pounds, literally.
Is that what being in the hospital does for you?
Yeah, it's eating all the food in the hospital and this fucking bow. I always.
How long were you in the hospital? You were in the hospital?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
5250. A 5250 is 2 weeks. It's 72 hours and then it's 2 weeks.
I wonder where you are all the time. Like sometimes I'll be like just doing my thing and I'm like, I wonder where the fuck.
Yeah, but this one was a really nice one. It was called Kedron House.
So like let's say right now you're free. You're going to go out and where will you go for the next week?
Hollywood, baby. I'm going to Hollywood.
Why Hollywood?
Hollywood Boulevard, because I always get noticed there, and I love going to the Hollywood Walk of Fame and like playing with the stars. And honestly, what I really want to do is I want to crash a red carpet somehow, or I want to like see a red carpet because I haven't seen a red carpet in a while. The last red carpet I saw was the premiere of Think Like a Man 2 at UCLA Harbor, or UCLA Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that was the last fucking the Amber Rose Slut Walk is the last red carpet event, and they haven't done those, and I don't know if they still do those. Do you remember the Amber Rose Slut Walk?
I don't.
Oh, Amber Rose was a D-list celebrity. She dated Kanye West for a while, and she organized a thing called a Slut Walk where women were walking around naked and being very pro-sex or whatever. This was in like the late 2010s / I think they stopped it in 2020. I don't know if they still do it or not. It's kind of like the LGBT Pride Parade, but for sluts. That was the last red carpet event I attended. So I'm really trying to get into that. Remember that day when Cosmo was gonna invite us, but I was so off. I think it was the way I was dressed, honestly.
But what was going on that day that you were here with Cosmo?
I was like panicking. It was like
But you were barely speaking.
Yeah, it was like I felt something bad was gonna happen, and I went mute. That's what happens to me when I foresee negative events in the future. I don't want to say I'm psychic because you won't believe in that. But remember, I used to read tarot or whatever, so I do have psychic intuition. So I'll shut down, and it was really weird, but I think very powerful to do that on camera, especially with someone like Cosmo, who I feel safe with, and who's a member of my community.
Cosmo's part of your team.
I love Cosmo.
He's the best.
And everyone, Jimmy consigned with Cosmo when he first came to LA. Like, Jimmy knows Cosmo. Everyone knows Cosmo, apparently. I didn't know Cosmo was such a celebrity.
Cosmo's great. Jimmy's great.
Yeah. And they love me.
Cosmo's brother's great.
I don't remember.
They're all
was
great.
that Cosmo's brother that day?
Yeah.
I thought it was his boyfriend. I was like, ooh, Cosmo, girl, you got you a man. He was attractive.
It's his twin brother.
That's his twin brother? Mary-Kate and Ashley, literally. That is his twin brother. In my life, I always run into twins. Growing up, when I went to private school, right, there were these two twins, the Jaouda twins, who were like, I don't want to say my nemesis, but I tried. I gave Noor Jaouda a Cacharel Amour perfume in 2nd grade for Valentine's Day. And she was like, thank you. You're such a good friend. I was friend zoned in the 2nd grade.
You never met Joe, Cosmo's brother?
Well, we must have met him that day.
Yeah, but you don't, like...
We've never conversed.
I mean, you were at the store once or twice.
Yeah, but once. No, once with you, and then once when I went back that day. I was literally just running down Melrose.
Joe and Cosmo are just the best.
I'd love to fully, actually go out to dinner with them, you know what I mean?
Well, if you showed up at the store in this mindset, they would take you in and let you hang out.
That's what happened that day. But honestly, that day, I was, very in my own,
When you were with me?
A big part of my life. Have you ever read Catcher in the Rye? Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, Holden Caulfield. Walking around talking to myself, thinking I own the world. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me. I mean, I have sex appeal. I have appeal, apparently.
You do.
And that can be taken advantage of. And I love that. And I love being taken advantage of in the right way. Cut me and I bleed, Dior. Erotica. Madonna.
You're amazing. You know what's really encouraging? To see you bounce back from where you were.
Exactly. It's like when Madonna got tied up by Sean Penn for 3 days. That's kind of what this feels like. You know what I mean? That's what this whole thing has been. It's been me tied up.
No, but this is the old Rebecca that we all love, and you're.
This is the real Rebecca.
It's like nothing ever happened.
This is me. This is real me, unfiltered, unmasked, unveiled.
Try to hang on to it.
It's me. I can't lose it. I can't lose it, Mark. This is literally the real me. I mean, I don't have the usual sassy ending to this. I don't know how to cut print here because literally this is just me sitting here being like, "Hi, Mark. Here we're having a conversation." It's just Mark and Rebecca having a conversation on camera. On camera, Mr. DeMille.
You're amazing.
You know what happened when I was at Corey's that day? Remember when you tried to send that car? I was watching Sunset Boulevard, and you know how in the end of Sunset Boulevard, she decides not to get in the car. That's why I didn't come that day. Because I was like, I'm going to be Gloria Swanson. I'm not going to get in the car. And $50 for the powder room, Mr. DeMille. I feel like baby Kate. When you look at Kate Moss when she was younger versus what Calvin Klein, the Calvin Kleinization of Kate Moss. She used to do this thing on the runway where she'd go literally, it's like she was brown nosing the paparazzi or whatever, but I think she thought she was I'm gonna fuck you up, you know what I mean? But literally she'd and then she stopped doing it, obviously. Well, when she stopped doing runway and started doing only advertising. Saint-Tropez, Cosmos, and of course, Mon Paris.
You want to say anything to your fan base?
We love you so much. Where are you? Come meet me. Come meet me. Come meet me. I can't give you Mark's address, but come meet me. We're going on. Rebecca's going on the Meet Rebecca tour. Welcome to Rebecca Con. Catch me. Santa Monica.
Not quite
Venice.
Yet, but maybe
Hollywood.
one day.
West Hollywood. Downtown Los Angeles. And of course, Skid Row. Come meet Rebecca live in the flesh. Get your tits signed. Get your face signed. Get your life, honey.
You're amazing.
No, you're amazing. I'm just the money. Shot and print.
Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
The book includes multi-page spreads of both Rebecca and the Whitaker family. I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out, so once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.